This is a statement of work. Now, the problem with this document or any sort of other legal document that may have arrived through email, a Google Doc link, a Google Drive link, is that you don't really know the history of the document and how many times it was edited or modified by an individual and at what times. Now, you could think about it in general sense where you could have documents that are hundreds and hundreds of pages, and it can be difficult to see if just some arbitrary change was made to the document at any given point in time. So what we wanted to do is create a platform leveraging Bitcoin SV to validate documents, in particular like contracts and other legal documents that facilitate communication between businesses using Bitcoin SV as the validation network. So now the way this works is it operates based on your testnet credential. So I already have a wallet prepared. So I'll just go ahead and enter in a wallet key. And this more or less acts as your user profile. So what happens is for every key that we receive, we more or less create a unique identifier against Bitcoin SV testnet and later the production network to attach any documents that were previously uploaded using that key and using that payment method. So in this case, I have a series of legal documents that I've uploaded in the past, and these are forever preserved against the Bitcoin SV blockchain. Now, we don't store the documents. We only take a snapshot of the bytes encoded in a hash and then tie that metadata to the Bitcoin SV blockchain. So if I uploaded a new document or clicked an existing one, it would create a new thread more or less on any new legal document or contract I wanted to track over time. So let me start with the example of like real estate. You could essentially upload a closing package, and now this closing package gets a thread against the Bitcoin SV blockchain, and every single time a new document is uploaded, we're going to add a new version and tie it to this thread, saying that this document has been modified. This was the size and the time when it was uploaded. And at any point, using your wallet key, you can add a new document to the chain of existing versions. So let me just show an example of that. You go ahead and go browse. You click any one of these existing documents. So now, for example, I uploaded a document that was very clearly not part of the same chain, so I need to upload one with the same name. And it's going to take a few minutes for the upload to appear because it's actually registering against the blockchain. But in the meantime, I can look over at the compare existing document feature. So this is where really the value comes in. So let's say someone sent you an email that contained a document that you may or may not have known that was the actual document you received in the past. What you can do is upload that closing package again. And what ended up happening is we validated it against all the previous versions and we found a match. So in this case, you can copy a verification link. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And what you would do is if you were communicating with a business partner or someone that you wanted to share the validity of the document with, you can simply add in that link and include it in any sort of email or communication as proof that the document was the same document that may have been delivered months or potentially years ago. And we store those hashes or those credential metadata of those documents forever encoded on the blockchain. Now let me go back to what the verification link looks like. So in this case, we have a valid hash that corresponds to the document, the closing package, and you can actually view it on the Bitcoin SV Explorer and see a hint in the metadata about the closing package and the size of the document when it was uploaded. So we don't preserve the actual document contents, but we do store a hash of it. Now lastly, if you get an invalid hash, we're going to also show the no match screen. And so this works for any sort of document or history that you want to preserve on the blockchain. Now, this is just myself and Kyle working on this, but we want to make document validation more accessible and cheap to the wider audience, leveraging a distributed network instead of like a single third party that you would entrust with managing your documents or the validity of your documents. Now, this could be offered as a paid model. We could offer tracking and hosting of the actual documents as well. and create official user accounts to really become the standard in document validity and enforcement. So that's pretty much ContractSV. The app is hosted on a public domain, so you're welcome to check it out and try out with your testnet credential. And thanks for your time.